Happy birthday, Gino, and
you.
Gino's mom.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome to In Out, the lead, the show where we both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Roberto.
This is Ricardo.
America.
And Gio. And Gio?
And
Ricardo? Did Ricardo say anything?
Yeah, we all said it.
Oh, bad. I got lagged. All right. Well, welcome back to the show. This is where we talk about what's going on, what's new, what's life, what's going on with you guys. What you guys seen?
I watched a lot this week, dude. For some reason, you know what's on YouTube?
What?
Super Size Me 2.
This is
Holy
2?
Oh, yeah. Is that good? I saw the trailer for that. Yeah.
It's like the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It was actually kind of funny.
This guy was like looking up Popeyes, like their menu.
I got hungry watching it, man.
So did he go to McDonald's again, or he went to like different fast food joints?
What did he? Oh no, he kind of like dives into the big chicken, you know. So like the industry
KFC?
of how chicken is like healthier and like they don't use fried chicken, they use crispy chicken and like,
He opens up a restaurant, no?
Mhm, yeah.
It looks really good. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Is
Serious.
that an in? Is that an in for you guys?
I'm an in.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah?
so. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
If you're into those kind of documentaries, though, you know.
Yeah. I watched, I went like on a David Mamet binge. Do you guys know who that is?
Name sounds familiar. But
He's a writer. You know him, Ricardo?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta remember.
He's a writer. He's a stage writer, and he also wrote some screenplays. Well, he adapted his own stage plays into movies. The one that I saw that kind of like blew my mind was called Glengarry Glen Ross. Have you guys heard of it?
Of course,
I've heard
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So I saw that movie and it fucking blew me away, dude. It's so good. Like, Ricardo, I think you would like it. If you like good writing and fucking good acting, and that's it. Because the movie literally takes place in an office, like an office and maybe like one other room, and that's it. And
That's perfect.
that's
That's
it,
the type
dude.
of shit
Fucking
I
watch,
like.
dude. I highly recommend it, dude. Like,
All right.
it's nothing but fucking good writing, dude. Alec Baldwin is in it, and he's in it for one scene, and it's really, really famous scene. Gino, have you ever seen it or
Of
heard
course,
of it?
it's a great fucking scene.
He got nominated for an Academy Award for that one scene only.
For one scene?
Yeah, and if you watch it, you're gonna fucking laugh, and he's gonna make
who
you
comes
cry.
out?
Okay, so it's
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. We could forget about him. Al Pacino. Yeah, some other actors, but
Okay.
just watch it. Just watch it. You can put him right here. Put him right here, Gino. But yeah, I watched a couple of his movies, but Glengarry Glen Ross is the one you need to watch. It's gonna fucking blow you away.
It's
Oh,
basically that scene you're talking about with Alec Baldwin. It's basically a scene everyone uses in like sell pitch meetings. Like you need to be like that. Because that's what it is. That's why like they that's a big thing. Like put the coffee down. Coffee's for winners. You know that speech.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like that's a very popular speech. And it's fucking powerful in a way, like for salesman wise.
The movie is about a real estate salesman, and it's about like capitalism and how capitalism makes people like desperate and how fucked up the system is. You know,
Well, that's cool.
it's just really, really good.
And where can I watch it?
HBO if you have it.
Oh.
Or
okay. I'll watch it, though.
or illegally. Yeah.
Wink.
The internet.
Anyways, that's my pick for the week.
Hey, well, I got something I was watching on my own.
What?
Wow, I don't know if you guys are gonna be interested, but I watched The Last Dance with Michael Jordan's documentary.
I saw bits and
yeah, I've
pieces
been
of
wanting to
that.
watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I think I'm ahead of like what's coming out in TV, but it's so good though. It's really funny. Like some episodes are like hilarious because it's like, I guess because they go at it, you know, like players. There's certain players that happened in the past, but it's so funny and it's good. It's really good. You get to see Jordan be an asshole, so it's cool, you know. And actually, it reminds me of LeBron James right now, where he's like a Mr. Perfect. It's so cool.
So it shows like how he fought with like Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen and stuff.
Yeah, and Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Does it show? I always heard that he had a famous fight with Bugs Bunny. When it was on C2.
Hasn't got there yet.
No, it hasn't got
almost
there.
there, though.
All
It's
right, all
almost
right.
there.
Yeah. Well, I really want to see what happened there because they never came out publicly with what happened.
They kept it in the rabbit hole.
So good. All right. What about you, Gio?
Let's see. What did I kind of watch this week? I watched Speed this week. It was on TV.
Oh
My God.
yeah.
Damn, someone should have
Bomb
picked
the
Speed for
bus.
this. So good.
But that's not a guilty pleasure.
It's not.
not.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, it's
For America, probably. You know.
maybe. Yeah.
Like watch.
You know what? You know what it is though. We could have picked Speed 2 Cruise Control.
No.
Yeah.
No, but who likes that?
Somebody does.
I don't think anybody does. Well, kind of watching it. Do you guys remember the ending to Speed?
Yeah.
Like
when they're in the
how
subway?
it happens?
Yeah. Of course I do.
How does that happen?
What?
He speeds up. All right, so they're on the subway. He speeds up the subway to take it off the rail. Why couldn't he just back down the speed of the subway to stop the subway?
I don't know,
Like-
man. The movie's about speed, man. The title says it
Yeah.
all. All right, let it be. Stop overthinking it.
You don't like it anymore. Are you still in though?
No, it's still a stupid, entertaining movie.
I'm still in.
Yeah.
I love
Seen-
Gino, what you watch?
This is gonna sound whack, but I saw Shazam.
Oh,
Oh, that's
The
bad.
one that came out.
the
wait.
Shaquille O'Neal movie?
No,
No,
that's
that's-
Kazam.
That's
Oh,
just
cousin,
Oh.
his
I,
cousin, right?
I saw Shazam.
I thought that too.
I had that same moment, but I was like, no, wait a minute. He said Shazam.
Yeah, the superhero movie that came out last year. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. And
Is-
it's actually pretty good, man. It was entertaining. I actually enjoyed it. I wasn't disappointed. I wished I saw it in theaters, to be honest. But I mean, I'm in. I liked it for what it was. I mean, it's not as dark as Superman, I should say, but it didn't need it. But yeah, I liked it for what it is. I am looking forward to the sequel though. I'm looking for it. I want to say something before we get to talk about my pick. I just want to say it's amazing that it's already going to be a year we've been doing this show. And
Oh,
I'm happy about that. April 30th was the official anniversary, technically, of the 1 year.
April 30th?
And look at this. We're still, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations for us.
We made it a year.
We made it.
I know it sucks that we weren't able to celebrate it in a way, together in one room and to be able to film this type of style. But I mean, this is still great. I mean, I'm proud of us doing this show, and I'm happy that we have listeners listen to us and appreciate what we do. So
And watching us now.
and watching us, yeah. So thank you all.
That was a
Yeah.
privilege.
Thanks, everyone.
to see this.
So
What the hell?
Gino, tell us about your pick.
End of Days, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kevin Pollak, and Gabriel Byrne. I don't know how to say his last name. This is the year where there was like devil movies going around, like Stigmata, Ninth Gate, and this movie was one of them. And it was during the whole Y2K scare, like, oh, the end of the world, the year 2000, blah blah blah. And it's a great way to end of sort of an action acting career of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It stuck to me because I was scared of the Y2K thing. I was terrified. I even thought there was gonna be hell coming through. You know what I mean? So this movie stuck with me.
So this movie was a documentary for you.
More of like it's real. It's gonna happen. Oh my god! So to this day, whenever I watch, I think about like my little of that feeling. Like, oh my god, the devil's gonna come and destroy the world. And we're in 2020 now. And nothing happened.
We made it.
Oh,
Except
it's
Corona.
Well, I mean, the world is ending now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 years later.
It was
But,
a 20-year delay.
But before I get more into it, I want to hear what you guys think. So
Wait, what are you?
I'm super in, of course. I don't
super in?
know. I'm not gonna.
You never know with these things, man.
I'm gonna start with Gio. Gio, you go first.
Eh.
I already know it. That's why I picked you first.
I don't have a
Eh.
But it-
No, actually, like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was actually entertaining, watchable. I'm gonna say this though. Some of the acting was pretty bad, horrible acting. Well, Arnold, you expect that from him. But you know what? I think I'm gonna give it an in.
Oh,
You know what?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Like I wasn't at a point where like I was bored or anything. Like I was entertained by it. So I'm gonna give it the N.
Yeah, so I mean, like you, I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Like I love all of his movies. Well, not all of them, a lot of them. I remember when this movie came out. I remember me and my sister rented it, you know, because it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. We just watched all his movies, and we put it on, and like we didn't make it through more than like 15 minutes. Like we were immediately turned off. We're like, no, this isn't. It's not an action movie, right? It's not like a what is it? You know, we just turned it off. So I always like brushed it off. So now going back to it, like I had a lot of like I was very intrigued with the prospect of watching it, and I gotta say, I can't say the movie is very good, but I didn't hate it.
Exactly.
And it has a lot of issues and a lot of things going against it, but I mean, without diving into too many details, I honestly I'm in on it, man. I enjoyed my time watching it. I mean, we could fucking dive deep in everything that's wrong with this movie.
We can.
But for now, I'm in. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it.
America.
Okay, good. I was gonna ask. So this is like a weird movie for me because you guys know that this isn't my type of thing. I'm not an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Like he is terrible. But, it was really interesting to watch this because I remember Y2K and I was a kid, so I just remember hearing it on the news and like people were talking about it, but just kind of not understanding because I was pretty small. And so watching this movie kind of like took me back and gave me kind of like what everyone's headspace might have been during this time. You know, like if you were a person who like knew what it actually meant, like what Y2K meant, like, and it's so funny to see that people really thought like shit was gonna go down, like we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
I like it.
And I think for that reason I'm in. Because honestly, like at points I was entertained and I was like interacting with the movie, I was like engaged, and then I fell asleep at some point and then I came back for it.
That's the best way. Just don't watch it and you'll like it, right?
Yeah. At what point did you fall asleep?
And somewhere towards the end, like I was like, why hasn't this movie ended? I think there was still like 20 more minutes. He was like put up on the building.
Oh, okay.
Like crucified on the building, and like I like knocked out for a second, so I just turned off the movie and then I started rewatching the next day. But I mean, I think that's why I like it. It was the acting's kind of bad, but whatever.
Okay.
Ricardo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this one I watched this a while back, like Robert and stuff. But I didn't stop. I actually watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I loved the movie when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Okay, especially the bad guy. You know, it's the devil, and he's so cool to me. So he was really cool when I was little. But then, so now that I watched it again, it's cool because I haven't watched it in a while. So like I forgot about it. If you like Arnold movies, you know, the action and stuff, and then you have some like little scares in there. America was actually scared in some scenes.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, oh shit, this is actually working, you know?
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm super in on this. It was fun all the way.
Oh my god, dude, we have a sweep for end of days. Holy, I never expected this.
Me
You know
too.
when I got scared? I got scared when the guy was like crucified on the ceiling. Like it brought me back to watching Trainspotting, and when the baby's on the ceiling and he like flips his head, like it just gave me that like creepiness.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I think this movie is kind of it's fascinating because it, you know, I said that it, like as a whole it doesn't really work. Like if you kind of think about it, but like what it is, it's kind of like 3 movies in one. It's a horror movie, right? It's a cop thriller, and it's a action movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. You know, those things shouldn't work, and I guess they kind of don't. But like individually, there's a lot of elements that do, right? There's some scenes, some horror scenes that are very good. There's some action scenes, although they're edited kind of badly, poorly, in a way. Like I think they were staged well. I think they were chopped up like very, you know, on the back end, you know, very poorly, and like the cinematography and like it reminds me a lot of Seven. You remember the movie Seven?
Yeah.
Like if you notice, like a lot of it in the daytime is still dark. You know, they're in a room, the sun's coming in, but their faces are all full of shadows. You know, that's a style from Seven. Even the colors, you know, are similar. So you get that vibe, that detective movie vibe. But then you have Arnold Schwarzenegger going like, "Hey, where's the, you know, you do the voice," you know, and it just kind of takes you out of it a little bit. But there's a lot of good things in it. It's just, you know, the story. I don't know what's going on. Why is he trying to rape? The devil's trying to rape that girl. I don't know what's going on.
Well, basically, like the girl is chosen because of like a prophecy of like long time ago written is that this certain type of night, a girl would be chosen to be the give birth of the spawn of the devil, whatever. Basically, and even I was like, how like there's so many. To be honest, I felt like that's impossible because like how would they know exactly that girl if it's like there's a multiple babies born the same night, the same time? How they can
around the world,
and specifically New York, specifically this one hospital where apparently Satanists is there already.
They're checking every baby.
But then again, you kind of
didn't she have like a little mark? Like, wasn't she born with a little?
Yeah, it was like the Lucifer mark, basically.
Yeah.
And
well, they were. Like, it just seemed like they were checking all the babies that were being born, taking them down there.
They're like with a flashlight, like,
Oh, this one got the watermark. Let's take it downstairs.
Rattlesnake sacrifice. Bah.
When they put it on the baby, that was gross.
I think what happened with the movie is that the studio got a script that was pretty good, right? And they said, "Oh, we're gonna package this, right? Because you know how studios like to package it. So let's get a star, right?" I don't know how they landed on Arnold Schwarzenegger, but once Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in, now you gotta have fucking guns and action. Like, motherfucker shooting the devil, dude. Like, what is the gun gonna do? Yeah, he even has the classic scene where he's like loading up all his guns and like stuff. Like, what are you taking a fucking gun to fight the devil, bro? Like, it's not gonna work, you know. But you still have to have it in there. It's like shoehorned in so badly, you know.
I like that than if you would take a rocket launcher from Commando. And just,
I would have fucking loved that, dude. Imagine him shooting a bazooka. He's shooting a bazooka at the fucking devil, dude.
Is that what the fire thing was? Right?
Wait, which one?
He shoots the train and then it like blows up, but it has like.
Well, he shoots a grenade. He shoots a grenade launcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Well, you gotta admit. I'm sorry, America. I don't want to say this real quick. Arnold is badass in one scene where he actually talks down and back to the devil himself. No one has the balls to do that.
You don't want to see me upset, believe me.
Oh, you want to fuck with me? You think you know bad, huh? You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy. You're a choir boy. I'm like, holy shit.
I gotta say, talking about Arnold, like I've always said, like, you know, it's the reason his movies fail now is because he tries to act, you know, and he just can't act, obviously. This movie, you know, his performance is not very good, but I will say, like, he gives it his all, you know, like in the dramatic scenes, like it's goofy, you know, you kind of laugh, but he's really trying, like he's really giving the effort, and you could kind of see that. It's like when a dumb kid really tries to do his homework, he still fails, but you gotta, like, you know, you're happy that he tried, you know. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, this movie, like in the Arnold Schwarzenegger catalog, I think it's a little bit underrated, honestly. I think this movie should be talked about more, and I thank you, Gino, for making me watch it, because I think I'm gonna start watching this along with his other stuff, because I honestly really enjoyed it. Not for the story, for like, you know, the technical elements and stuff like that.
I actually like the story though.
I just didn't understand what was happening.
I don't get why obviously the devil goes the long way to go and find the girl, but like, he's the devil. Why can't he just like have
know
it?
where she is?
Yeah,
You know? Like,
appear there. Yeah,
he has all of NYPD like under his spell. Like, this is his place. Like, she could have been there so easily.
That's the only thing that bothered me, because you know how he goes into Arnold's house and he's just kicking with Arnold? Why didn't he do that with that girl at the front?
I know, yeah.
It kind of didn't make sense.
It's like it's the most powerful being or whatever, and he's like, he's on fucking the yellow pages trying to find the girl. It's like, bro, like, you're the fucking devil, man. Just appear.
Yeah.
Remember those cool scenes though when he socks that guy?
Oh, and he just like blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that caught me off guard.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
So good.
Yeah.
Like,
but even like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like, you know, we just were talking about Arnold's acting. I'm like, apart from some of the cringy things that the Satan dude does, that guy's acting was really good in this movie.
Yeah,
Like,
he's really, really good. Yeah.
Like it kind of it sounds weird, but yeah, like I love the way he plays the character. Like
Devil, right?
that in that whole scene, like in the apartment building with him and Arnold, like the way he was just like, I don't know, just this kind of I don't know, the way he carried himself was
Like,
just yeah.
I actually, I'm glad you bring up that scene. I really enjoyed that scene, like the way, like it was very powerful, you know, like it was so good that you look past the poor acting on Arnold's side, and you kind of believe, like you believe that he's his dad that lost his kids, you know, and his wife. It's like I was honestly really surpsurprised.
Yeah, it's like he's doing that the devil's work. No, he's trying to make him.
Yeah.
Manipulate.
It was a very well written. It was a well written. It was a well written scene. It was well shot. You know, it was everything about it was pretty good.
Dude, but
that was pretty brutal.
And on the other end, that girl can't act either. Like that scene where where they're like out in the tree, and then she's telling him that like she's had dreams of him before, like the devil. That whole scene was just bad. I was just like,
so bad, dude.
So stale. Like the acting was so stale on her part. Like there's no emotion or whatever.
It's funny because like she like Arnold has one mode, you know. Arnold's like rah rah rah. She's like, you know, like, that's all she does throughout the movie.
That's true.
Bad when he was acting better than her.
Yeah, it's like that's funny. Like I guess they had to put somebody worse than him, and that's what made him look good, right? I guess that was the strategy. But like another scene that I really liked was the scene in the alleyway when like those weird zombie devil people start beating up Arnold. Like.
Oh yeah,
that was like it was everything, like it was well lit, it was well shot, you know. It's like, and like as an action scene and a horror scene, I think it really worked, and that's really rare to see like in a horror action movie, you know.
I agree with that. It actually scared me too, because you got a bunch of dudes beating his ass, and there's a moment when the devil came up to him. I was like, oh shit, this is it. That's it. That's the end of the movie. But like, of course, doesn't kill him. But I'm kind of like, why didn't you kill him? You have a power to punch a dude through a face. You have an advantage here, but no. But of course, the movie wouldn't go on if it ended that quick. But whatever. I feel like
the devil sometimes just likes to toy with them at times.
But the devil had so many chances. He had so many chances to kill him, though. Like just right there.
But maybe he feels like this guy's a human. He can't stop me. So what's the point in killing him? You know.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's supposed to be quote unquote he has a dark heart, basically. So, and
dark heart.
Oh, I love the scene. Cool. I love it on the train when the fucking the guy driving the train fucking hand rips through his fucking chest. That was so good, dude.
Okay, there's another subway scene right there.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't they just jump out the back of the subway? It was open. They could just jump out.
It's too fast. They would have died.
I think it was too fast. Yeah.
Instead,
You know,
they're like, all right, the crumple zones will stop right before it hits us.
I know. How did he know like to stop exactly there?
Because he's Arnold.
Oh, and then the subway scene, I felt like it was like a Terminator 2 reference when like they're just standing there and then the arms are coming out of the fucking thing. I was like, it's like the elevator scene in Terminator 2. And they're shooting at everything and it's like everywhere. Oh, that was so cool.
Well, there's another one back in that alley scene when he's running after the car and then he jumps on the back of the car.
I thought the same thing too.
But speaking about like the Arnold, you know, it's like an Arnold movie. That whole helicopter scene is
that was
like what the was that?
Talk about bad editing, dude. Like
it was bad, right?
Wait, but I got lost there. What was happening?
There was a shooter. There was a shooter in that building, right?
Yeah.
And he ran up to the roof, and then they were trying to get him. But it's funny because he was like in one corner of the roof, and the helicopter was like over here. That fucking idiot ran towards the helicopter instead of just running the other way. And like, I'm sure if they would have kept it like at a wide shot, it would have been fine. Like he's hanging off the helicopter, Arnold, and they keep cutting to close up and cutting to like. It was so poorly edited, and I think that's why when I was a kid, I turned it off because that scene was so poor. Like it was just like, what? It seemed like, the fuck is this? You know,
ragdolling.
And then he lands on the floor, and the helicopter, like,
he's like still tied to the helicopter. he lands. You don't even like see him unhitch
nothing.
himself. Nothing. He just like runs.
Oh, he's pulling the helicopter.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, I'm glad you guys brought that up because even I caught that and I was like, wait, how is the helicopter gonna follow him to wherever that guy's going? And next thing he doesn't have the rope anymore. I'm like, did he ask someone to help him? Help me, take it off my you know?
Yeah.
It all comes down to the bad editing, man. They completely missed the part where he unhooks.
Yeah. But even better than that scene, I think, is the scene before that when he was about to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know why he was gonna kill himself. And then his roommate comes in and he's like, "Oh, we have something to do." And then they go and like chase the guy. Why did they have him do that?
Yeah,
I think
feel like it's the whole
his family, but
it's the whole depressed cop.
it was just
thing.
so random.
It is. It's just to show you he's just depressed. He doesn't give a fuck to live.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, I know. It's just that's the introduction. That's just an introduction of him waking up.
Yeah.
Puts a gun in his head and just overthinks it. Then knock, knock, knock.
And the payoff to that isn't until like towards the end of the movie, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, that was.
And then he mixes like nasty drink to make it seem like, this is who I am.
It's almost it's just cliches to show you that he's like Gino said, he's a depressed cop.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a shit anymore. Yeah.
Hey, but he looks cool though, right? Like that style. I don't know. I guess because it was lit kind of dark, but
yeah,
he looked cool though.
Militant.
They made him look like as believable as possible. You know, it's like fucking
like
bodybuilder walking around. You know, it's like.
How old was he at this point?
Most likely in his 40s, man.
40s, yeah.
Like 50 already, no?
Late 40s, probably.
Damn. He still look good, though.
It's talking about one of the worst scenes. Yeah. One of the worst scenes in the movie when the devil first shows up and he's like in bed with that lady. I don't know what the fuck was going on. At that point, I was like, this movie's bad.
What is going on?
About the doctor's wife and his kid?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That scene, it's so... Like, the movie had a lot of good practical effects, but they shot that on a green screen, and you could see the spill on his hair. It's like we did it in Premiere. We used the chroma key.
I was cringing so hard. And the music in that scene.
Oh my God, dude.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I was like, this is the most 2000 movie ever, dude. It's like,
oh my God.
Everything about that scene was so bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the camera movement, like you could tell it was like early days of digital. It's like, oh my God, like don't. Like, please don't. Like, the hair is fucking green and the skin's green. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad effects in here in this movie. Like the dude that breaks apart in the subway. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Though
scary,
though the monster at the end, the whole like didn't look as bad. The Satan creature at the end
kind of looked like a dumpling if you like spread it open.
But I mean, like it actually like it blended in well. It wasn't like super obvious or whatever.
Yeah,
it wasn't
what it was.
It wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But talking about the ending, it was a weak ending. For me, it was a weak ending.
You mean when he like throws himself onto the sword? You call that weak?
It was
he killed himself and he redeemed himself.
Dude, on that plastic,
he was stronger than Satan in that moment.
On that plastic ass sword. Did you see the sword? It's like you bought it at the 99-cent store, dude. Why the fuck are they gonna have a real ass sword there? It probably just would have. It probably would have hurt him a lot. It wouldn't have stabbed him.
No, it poked me, and he falls over.
They should have made the devil win on this movie. That would have been cool. And then the end of the world.
Yeah,
I
kind of agree.
Right? Because it was like it was coming out during Y2K, right? So if you watch this, everybody will fucking freak out, and they'll be like, "Oh, did you watch that Arnold movie?"
That's probably why they told them like, "No, the devil can't win," because then like people are gonna freak out.
That's cool.
Right?
Well, the original ending was that they beat the devil. Arnold lives. They walk away.
Fame.
Exactly. And so the studio did this ending instead, and then people love that one instead. Like way better.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, but I do rather have this ending where because he just redeems himself. He shows he does have a pure heart and he does care. And so he sacrifices himself basically so he doesn't get the devil laid. And then You get to see his family again. Boom. Cops came for me.
Because I'm like, because you guys have seen Constantine, right? The movie.
Yeah. No.
Okay, of course, America has. Okay, that's gonna probably be one of my picks later on down the road. Then. Robert, you haven't seen it either.
Hey, that's another one that I just stopped like 15 minutes. I don't know what is it with these devil movies. Like, I sat through Stigmata. I did watch that, but like, I don't know. Like the devil like turned off by him.
Because like in Constantine, you know, it's also the battle with the devil and demons and stuff like that.
Also has a bad actor in the lead. Oh,
but still does better though.
Keanu Reeves.
But it works for that. No, but like the whole at the end, because he does the same thing. He redeems himself, but like I guess the divine interference in that one kind of helps the story. Like something I think had to like a little bit could have happened in that form to help him out so it's not just him fucking beating the devil because he's forcing himself more than the devil's control. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird. Like he was able to outwill the devil when he was possessed.
That kind of reminded me of this movie. Actually, reminded me of Rosemary's Baby. Isn't it like the same thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of
one I didn't finish. I'll be honest with you. That one I couldn't finish.
That one I did, yeah.
What,
that one I haven't even seen.
I did.
Oh, I like that movie. You guys don't like it?
I'm not a fan of it.
What? It's so good.
I'm not gonna. I got bored. I'm like waiting for me to get. I was waiting to get scared. I haven't got there yet. So I'm like, boy. I said I'll watch it later. Never did.
Well, this one, it's the same thing though, but they actually had the baby, you know? She was actually pregnant.
Yeah,
it's the title, Rosemary's Baby. So.
Yeah, they rape her. They win on this one.
What? Spoiler alert! Thanks, bud.
But you could definitely see the influence. I think the director did a really good job in giving this movie like a strong visual style. I mean, I honestly like I said, it doesn't get talked about enough for the little achievements it has.
Yeah, maybe it has the style, but I guess he doesn't know how to do it, right? Or something.
No, I think he tried, but it was like if you take a look at the bad editing, like it's really I think they just chopped it up and try to make it like as flashy as possible, right? Because it was like they were trying to get the action audience, you know? Because it was just cut really poorly, you know.
Let's blame the producer on that one.
Yeah, I think so. You know, you don't make a movie that stylistically good looking if you don't know what you're doing, right? So I'd give him the benefit of the doubt, you know.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear some of the trivia that's on IMDb for this movie?
No.
Yes.
The Arnold character was originally written for Tom Cruise.
No, God.
I wouldn't take that movie serious if you did it.
And the director was recommended by James Cameron.
Oh, okay.
See, that would have worked.
I don't know how to feel about that.
They would have still with Arnold and James Cameron. That would have been cool. I don't know about Tom Cruise though.
I don't think
this one would have been even weirder if apparently Guillermo del Toro also got offered the movie.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? But he passed it. I bet he passed it.
Have you not seen Mimic?
I have seen Mimic.
Yeah.
Never heard of this.
I'm gonna pick it. My favorite, Guillermo del Toro movie.
Oh, you guys. Well, switching topics off of this movie. We watched this movie called Greener Grass, and I liked it, but he wasn't a huge fan. It's on Hulu. So watch it and let me know what you guys think.
What's it called? Greener
Grass.
Is it a movie? Documentary?
It's a movie. It's like a comedy, dystopian. I don't know what.
Nothing.
Like
it's about nothing, to be honest.
It's kind of not. A woman gives away her baby.
It's trying to be smart. It's trying to be like the smarter movie about.
See, I don't think it is.
You're like, sure, Dick. You know.
It definitely it was like very surface level, and I expected it to get like dark, and it didn't really, but I still liked it. I laughed. So
that's a good recommendation. And speak about recommendations, we want the fans who follow us on Instagram and Twitter to start sending us through DMs or comments that recommend us a movie.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide in there.
Slide in. After that, for sure. So because we need to start communicate more with the fans. Sorry, I can't say any words right now. I don't know why, but I would like to hear some feedback and send us a comment, send us a tweet, send us a DM. Slide in.
Any movie you could think of. It could be a porn. We'll watch and review it. I swear.
No, actually, we already have our first recommendation, don't we?
Yeah, we do. You want to say what it is and who is it from?
Okay, this comes from Ricardo S122 or 112. And he wants to recommend The Changeling.
Yeah.
So it's a classic for horror movie fans.
So we're going to be watching that this week and talking about it on next week's episode.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you. Can't wait to watch that. Yeah. So, just recommend us what movies you want us to watch and review, and we'll talk about it.
Hell yeah. See what we think. You comment back saying what we said wrong and defend it if you want.
Yeah. Anything but Shrek 3.
Shrek 2 is cool, though. Shrek 1, 2.
Yeah. Your limit's at 3.
3 is as high as I'll go.
or Cars 3 too.
No, Cars, just stop at 1.
Or anything with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Don't recommend Onward, please.
But preferably anything starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously.
That's an automatic. That's an automatic.
Like Junior.
I haven't seen that one.
I got a baby,
dude. Twin.
Can you imagine that character in this movie? They could have combined the girl and him, and the devil wants his baby,
Oh. And then
help me, having a baby.
And then put it together with twins and have.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
The baby.
Somebody, we gotta mash this up.
A fan movie of all of this.
Yeah, it's all part of the Arnold Schwarzenegger cinematic universe. It's all connected. It's all connected.
Oh my God. So we have all 5 in sweeps on my guilty pleasure. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, even though there was some not faulty. What's the word I'm looking for?
Crappiness.
Okay, fine. Let's go with crappiness.
It has its flaws.
There you go. Have its flaws.
The key is to lower your expectations and fall asleep midway through the movie, so you don't see most of it.
I like how you're so positive, America. I'm about to say that. I like how you're so positive about that. I fell asleep and then I went back to it later.
It was great, It was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
If you have trouble sleeping, watch End of Days.
Dude, for real, this coronavirus has me not even being able to sleep no more. It's so sad.
Yeah, the sleep schedule's all weird and
stupid. I don't know what day it is anymore. Is this? I don't know. I'm lost.
Was your birthday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. May 3rd.
As of recording, we're 20 minutes away from your birthday. As of posting, your birthday has already happened.
And by the time people listen, your birthday will have already passed.
That's true.
So you're no longer special as of the airing of this podcast.
I don't care. I'm all about the moment. So I'm good. Well then, guys, thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for another year. Hopefully we do more. Well, not hopefully. We will do more.
Yeah.
Many more.
Even the coronavirus can't stop us, man.
Unless
it kills us.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Good night. Be safe. Good night. Bye.
Wash your hands.